Hey guys, welcome to episode 29 of the Mind Unleashed. Welcome, it's been a while. I have a little bit to talk about today. As we always do, let me give a few shout outs to my supporters. The first one is going to be Lyft, the ride sharing app. Use our code TMUP for $5 off your first ride with Lyft. Also, please check out Waste Productions if you're looking to get married this year or 2018, or you have a convention coming up and you'd like to get some pretty good snapshots, photos, videography for a budget-friendly price. Please use Waste Productions. Use our code OMI for 20% off when you book your next project with Waste Productions. Also, if you're looking to get some great aerial drone shooting headshots in the Orlando area, also please check out Dine Art Studios, Daniel Westenberg's company. Use our code OMI and you'll get 5% off when you book your next project with him. Also, if you're looking for a good legal services for trademark and copyright stuff like that, please check out Strawman Law. Strawman Law has helped us out with getting our registered trademark taken care of, and hopefully this year we get it taken a look at and he'll hook you guys up. Please check out Strawman Law. Also, if you're looking to get a house this year, please check out Angie, a friend of ours. I will put links down in the description to get some real estate agency stuff done in Orlando. Alright, now that that is all said and done, welcome to the Mind Unleashed, episode 29, I believe. It's been a while. It's been crazy. What's been going on? Well, I had to look into get a new 3D printer. Yeah, well, new 3D printers. Given the budget that I had, or my job, my day job, it gave us a little bit of a bonus because there was a huge tax break, yada yada yada. Gave us a little something to say thank you for us, and it helps, I guess, make them look good too. But unfortunately, when that happened, I was looking to pay off a credit card with that money. Unfortunately, that did not happen. So the DaVinci 1.0 shit the bed. So if you guys listened to the last episode of The Customer is a Fool, I pretty much discussed what the fuck happened. Yeah, the DaVinci 1.0 decided to crash again after 2 months getting the motherboard repaired, paying the 70-something bucks. Getting that, J4 fixed, and then it shit the bed. Got a new, I said, you know what, let me get a new extruder, put the new extruder in. Nope. And as you guys heard from the last episode, XYZ customer support really fucked me big time. Fuck not only me, but they're fucking the community, and we went through all that in the last episode. Anyway, what did I choose for the new 3D printer? I picked the Creality. I know everybody's like, what the fuck? You really went down that road? Yes, I did. I was thinking of getting the monoprice, which I still might get later down the road. But I looked through what the monoprice has been doing. Good printer from what I saw for $220 on Amazon. I still might get one for some smaller prints. But I'm looking down the road for us, for what Open Mind's planning on doing, for friends, stuff like that, people that are trying to contract me for doing 3D printing for them, especially my friends, colleagues, stuff like that. That are trying to support Open Mind, stuff like that. And also, if you're trying to support us, guys, please go to our Patreon, donate $1. Would be beautiful. I'm going to be putting some new stuff up there. I want to put more content, but if you want to support us anyway, please donate $1 to our Patreon. All the links will be down in the description. And if you want to donate to my Amazon link, completely free. You click on that link, it sends you to our webpage. You click on one of the items I have there, and then shop on Amazon as you always would, and it donates a few cents our way. That would definitely help. Sorry for the plug. I forgot to add those. But anyway, yeah. So I looked around and checked. Everybody on fucking YouTube was talking about the Creality. I went to Joe Telling, I went to Charles Huckabee, Chip 3D, I went to all the 3D Hub things that I knew about, went to 3D Hubs. Everybody was talking about the Creality CR10. And the monoprice, I talked to a few people on Instagram who have them, and they're like, yeah. They're like, dude, not a bad choice. Really not a bad choice. I thought about getting the bigger Creality CR10S because I had the other heated bed. A lot of the X-Rod, Z-Rods were repaired and fixed, and they're learning from the community. Everybody goes, dude, this is a 3D company, a 3D printing company from China, but they're learning from the community. They're listening to the community. That's a good sign. That's a really great sign. They're not fucking around. They're really trying to build a brand of a company, and they're like, you know what? We're trying to build something new, something bigger, something, whatever we want to build. Kind of like what Robo's does, kind of like what, Ultramaker and Airwolf, and I'm going to go through all the bigger brands, Robo, MakerBot, all that shit. Companies that just focus on making their fucking printers better, and Robo is one of them. And I'm probably not going to leave Robo's side for a while. I might get another, like I said in the last episode, I might get another Robo R1 Plus, and I really do enjoy this thing. It's easy to modify, easy to fix, and I'm recommending my friends to it because I'm like, hey, it's really a good printer for what you want to do. And they're kind of getting new into it. They're like, my friends are model makers and makeup effects artists, so they're trying to really, they consult me and they're like, hey, can you print certain things up? I do it for them at a good price. They pay for filament, so I give them a really good deal and I help them out, and they really help me out and support what I do. So, and I support them too. So it works out in both ways. Can I recommend XYZ printing? No, but Creality, I looked down that road and I really did my research. I was like, is this the brand for me? I just installed the LCD board. I don't know if y'all folks can see that. Let me move this here. I have the filament here. Just installed the LCD board on the robot. It was an easy install. It was just getting the coding and the Merlinware just to read it, everything like that. I will do a review on it. I will talk about it. I will talk about how to install it. I had to go through so many goddamn outlets on how to do one stupid thing, and I'm gonna start on our page is to give you guys help. Things that I'm finding, even with the Robo now, I'm having problems. If you guys are wondering what the hell this is President Seal Wrap, and I want to try to contain the heat inside the Robo. I'm having troubles with leveling the Robo again. I don't know what the hell's going on. I think it's in the coding, so I'm still working on that because I got to print out a hand grip part for a friend of ours. I'm doing a pro bono project for her cane. She's having a really hard time with her carpal tunnel. I talked about Jodelle. Some of you may know her, some of you may not. But working on a project for her. I did design it in 123 Design. It's a little pad that I made that's on our Instagram page. Unfortunately, I didn't have the right glue, so I ended up getting Gorilla Glue, Super Glue, and I was at work. And I work with some of the makeup effects artists that are, and they had some concrete glue. They had some rubber cement. They're like, hey, try that. And they're all really sweet people, and they're like, hey, it didn't work. So I'm going out on Amazon and getting some Gorilla Glue, Super Glue. That should do the trick. I need to reprint it. Unfortunately, the Robo's acting up just a little bit. I think it's the coating. It should be an easy fix. I'm still having just a hair. It's printing really well, but then it goes, and it's not getting the piercing correctly. So there's something weird going on there. It's something I'm learning and something that I need to share the community, because people are like, shit, I'm having the same issue. How do you fix it? How do you, and there's so many different varieties of people not even not having the same issue, or they're having the same issue and they don't know how to fix it. The community really doesn't know how to fix it, and they're not either sharing the knowledge or they have no idea how they fixed it. So I need to get more into doing videos like that for you guys. My editing, so I'm a one-man army with OpenMind. So John's been really busy. We've been like working with, he's a SolidWorks, so he works with a real company. But I'm now getting the Fusion 360, which will be our probably go-to CAD, because SolidWorks does not want to work on my laptop. It needs like 8 gigs of RAM, but Fusion only needs like 3 gigs of RAM minimum. Minimum 3 gigs. And then maximum is how you want to go, and it runs smooth as hell. It's easy to work with. I've heard nothing but good things from Autodesk, and I've been loving it, working with it, enjoying it. It's where I want to go, and it's me and John can easily send it in a simulation and go, okay, this is what we're looking at, how we want to build the part. So anyway, let me get back to the Creality. So yeah, I went around, searched all the hubs, and I've been going around. I went to GearBest. Finally, I said, you know what? Let me go to GearBest. I checked Amazon, and thinking Amazon would be the cheaper choice. Not so much. When I went on Amazon, I know the Creality CR10, when I found the Creality CR10S, it was running for about $5.99. Now I get free shipping because I'm a Prime member for the business. Also, my parents use the Prime also. However, I did the math and I'm like, okay, that's pretty expensive. That's $5.99. And I checked GearBest, which everybody's like, hey, check out GearBest. It's like Alibaba, stuff like that. Check out Unit. Nothing but good things from GearBest. Now, I'll talk about GearBest in just a moment, what I think about GearBest as a company. It's not to bash them, it's just a kind of heads up if you plan on ordering from GearBest. The experience I've had, and I'm just, even this week, I'm just like, the good news is the order's on its way. That's the good news. The hard news is the shit I had to deal with going to that. So anyway, I read through GearBest, checked out the printers, and I decided to go on a lot of research. I said, you know what? I could get the Monoprice Selection 2, which was $220 on Amazon, plus that one. Amazon wasn't much cheaper. I mean, it was ridiculous. I went on gearbest. Gearbest was charging about $200 less. Um, good pricing there. However, once I started going, made my account and stuff like that for the business and stuff like that. Here's where they kind of get you. They get you on the shipping because it's from China. You get what they call a flash sale. So they don't offer any discounts, unfortunately. But if you do make an order and it finally ships out, they do give you a little bit of money back to use for the next order, which is called gearbest points. Right now, because of what I had a little issue with gearbest. Because I ordered two printers, ordered two CR10 minis, which are, I think, was it 200 by 200 by, I'm trying to remember the bed size. It's 300 in height, 200 and 300. So it builds pretty freaking high. It builds about 11.8 inches high, which I'm not going to complain. That's bigger than the DaVinci could print. It's a bigger size, and it prints really well from what I've been reading. Everybody has said nothing but good things. I watched so many fucking reviews and so many things, so I really did my research on, like, is this where I should go? So I did the math, and I was like, you know what, I have enough money. If I buy this one and this one, I bought two of them for, I think, $2.99 each. And it came up to about $5.99, so I had plenty enough. Came in under budget. I really came in under budget. Here's where I fucked up. So I asked gearbest previously. I was like, hey, I want to order. I wrote him a nice email. I was like, hey, I'll leave some of mine. Looking to spend some money with your site. I've never used you guys before. Do you guys have any offer any discount? So a day later they get back, and they're in China, so you got to remember they're a day ahead of us, stuff like that. I learned all this now, and I plan on still working with gearbest. They seem legit. I want to try a distributor for the company. So if I need to get a part or something like that, I can go right to gearbest, make an order. I know how they run it and stuff like that. What I've learned is, be ahead of the game, get ready for the shipping, get ready for some of their shipping stuff. But gearbest was the company everybody said to go to. And I really need to learn my lesson of listening to YouTubers, because YouTubers kept saying, oh my god, gearbest sent me out a new printer for like nothing, man, and it's great. I don't think that was the fucking case. Nobody from gearbest has got a hold of me. Nobody has gearbest. In fact, if you're a person trying to get a 3D printer or trying to get a demo model, I don't think that's the case. Unless they're sucking someone's dick, or they're lying in some way of saying gearbest getting some free promotion. Gearbest didn't give me any interest that they really were giving out free models. So I don't know if these people bought the model. I don't know if it's because how many views they were getting. I don't know. I know people have an affiliate code, but affiliate codes are easier to get. Because I have quite a few. Most of you aren't using them, so it doesn't really help me in any which way, but I'm not forcing you to. But the Amazon code I would love you to start using, because they're like, I need to fill out another application in 90 days. If nobody uses it, please use it, so I can make a little change off the podcast. And I can start some more projects and my pro bono stuff. That would really help. But it seemed like a lot of YouTubers, I guess they kind of lied. I think Joe Telling, he now quit. I think today he admitted he quit Adobe and stuff like that, because apparently he got offered a contract with this project. Good luck to him. I'm proud of some people that are really turning their YouTube channels into a business. Open Mind is far, far, far not that. We're not trying to become the biggest thing on YouTube. We're trying to do what we do. We're an R&D company for disabled and able body. We're making products that people don't have yet, and we're still working on the shit. And I'm looking to do a lot. So I'm branching out into so many different areas, working on new other projects, working on fucking 3D crutches, working on working with John making the hangers that we want, working with other companies, looking on how to fix the products that I'm seeing. We're specializing in 3D printing in general, and that's what stuff is. But we're specializing in so many different areas. So I'm not trying to become a YouTube sensation myself, but to get back to that point, what happened was, I'm like, okay, so gearbest said no. They're like, hey, I hope you don't understand, but our flash sale pretty much gives you a discount, so we can't really offer you a bigger discount. Sorry, we're just a distributor. We're not really So I'm like, who the fuck are these people talking to get these demo printers? So just be wary. If you're trying to get a demo printer from gearbest or any kind of demo, just be wary. I don't think it sounds to me like they don't allow it. or they're just kind of like, hey, we got so many fucking emails from all these YouTubers and stuff like that. We just don't do that anymore. We really need to start making product or money from product, whether it be Creality or whoever it may be, from gearbest. So gearbest is just a wholesaler distribution thing, and like I said, they're pretty good. I've had a good and kind of weird experience. I'm like, no, not again. So anyway, I chose the CR10s. I went to Charles Huckabee and I really watched what he said. Listened to Joe Telling. I listened to a lot of other people on their YouTube channels. Started subscribing to their shit because I'm like, I might as well support what they do. It's gonna work out in either way. People will talk to me, I'll talk to them. It works both ways to support each other. So why be rude? But yeah, I watched everybody's videos and really enjoyed what everybody was talking about. Everybody did the how-to guide, what they were expecting, everybody did a great job. They did a great job with their stuff, and I said, you know what? I think this might be good for us because I'm going to be printing on multiple parts for things that I need in the meantime. And the printers aren't that expensive. They're build volume and stuff like that. They're not an enclosed body like the DaVinci, but I have an idea because I saw some dude's video. I have my desk here that's going to go to the new house. The house is I should be moving in another month. The house should be putting in shortly, another month or two. And I'm going to stick probably to 2 printers down here and close it with plexiglass or polystyrene, and then it should enclose the printer so I can use both of them and keep them both well heated. That way I can use ABS, PLA, TPU, all nylon, carbon fiber, all that shit, and it should be fine. The complaint I heard about the printers is there's really no complaints. They wish the wiring was a little bit longer for the controller box, for the power supply, all that horseshit. Other than that, the printers print great. They're good size, they're good value. The parts are readily available because, it's a printer that can be rebuilt easily. Just like the Robo is really well designed. It's like I said, I still stand by it was overpriced at the time. I paid about $7.99 for this fucking thing. I still think it's overpriced. Now it is well priced with a $5.99 or $4.99 right here at about $500. If you can get it for that, get it on Amazon. They're selling a shit ton of them. They're back on the market because Robo kind of has a stock, and not many people are buying the Robo 2 because it's just too damn expensive. It has great features, but Robo kind of bit off more than they can chew with some of the features and what it does. Joe Telling did a really good video on that. If you guys want to check it out, he explained some of that, stuff like that. But yeah, I would definitely go with another Robo. Definitely, if I had more money to do it. But I said, you know what? And I thought about getting another Robo. I was like, no, what? And I was like, love it. And when I still have to buy another fucking extruder, and I started naming all the things I'd have to do, and I'm like, okay, for the price, I can go with 2 CR10 minis. So I did order them. Now, let me go into GearBest a little bit. GearBest, quite interesting. So, I got up in the morning, I made my order. And I said, fuck it, I'll put it through the credit card. So I had a point, so it came up to, let's see, 2 printers plus. Now with GearBest, I hate this, but every company kind of does, and I went to UPS a lot, and I do a lot of shipping. They offer insurance. And insurance to them is like, hey, if something goes wrong, we'll send you out a package parcel, no problem. Here's the problem with GearBest. The problem is that there's a lot of hidden kind of charges here. Now it's a big distribution company, and it's not the problem. In order to get a tracking number, your insurance, so say if you want to track it, which I highly recommend fucking doing because it's coming from China, it's got to go through customs. Like, GearBest is very open about it, so is Creality. Creality 3D is very open about the customs, like it might be custom charge because it is coming from China. Now, shipping could be fucking super cheap because it's coming on a shipping container, and it could take a long fucking time. They told me, like, I got an email from them. So before I got the email, I said, all right, man, I'm going to go with the best shipping possible. And I was like, I don't want to DHL it because I couldn't really understand if they were talking about DHL AT or something like that. So I ended up using, instead of the 3-day to 19-day, which was like $4. Everybody was like, oh my god, that's a bargain, that's nothing. Yeah, it's a bargain, but you're not going to see your product, and it could be fucked up by the time you get it. By the time you get it in like 20 days, and I'm moving in a few more another month. I can't wait that long and have a package be delivered to here, and I won't see it for 19 days. I need printers now. I can't have printers 19 days from now. So if you're trying to order something from gearbest, just be aware that shipping is cheap, but it's going to take forever to get here. Your second option is U.S. line, and I believe I ended up paying, I think it's $74 for 2 packages for the 2 printers that I've ordered. And they're well packaged from what I heard. gearbest really they know how to package, and they know how to make sure their stuff is really packed. And I'm thinking Creality packs them, not gearbest, but gearbest and Creality packs their shit up really good because they're a big company. Anyway, so my order came up for $5.99, plus I did the insurance because I wanted the tracking number and I want it to be insured. So they're like, we would recommend adding tracking because we don't know where the fuck these go in the long run. They could get lost. We don't fucking know. We take no responsibility once we ship them out. There's no responsibility from us. So if you don't get it, fuck on you. So they kind of force you down that road. So know that you're going to spend an extra $13 to $14 for your own tracking number and insurance. That's a standard in any package. I would highly recommend getting it with gearbest. They even recommend it. It says, we highly recommend you do this. They also recommend that you know your customs. So if you're getting from the UK or you're going to the US, stuff like that, beware. So I placed the order. All of a sudden, I get a quick email from my bank, Chase, stating that, holy shit, gearbest tries to put it through, and they're like, yeah, we can't put it through because it's fraud detection has popped up on your bank, and they want you to approve it. So the bank emails me immediately, and it was like, hey, did you make a purchase of $684? Because I paid $74. And I'm like, yep. I typed in yes, it was me. And they're like, okay, we're gonna unlock this payment. You said it was you. And I just punched in a special code from my bank to let them know what it was, me. So I typed that in. About 5 minutes later, I was able to access it and redid it again with gearbest. And gearbest goes, okay, your payment is done, but accept it. We're gonna start packing all this shit. Granted, China's a day ahead of us, so it was Saturday when I brought it here. Saturday there, Saturday morning, or Saturday, almost Saturday evening or Saturday morning. I told Alexa, I was like, what time is it there? She told me. And they're based out of Hong Kong. So, but did all that. A couple days later, I'm waiting for the pack, checking on to gearbest. Everything's packed, everything's ready to go. I get an email, and it's from gearbest. Like, we need urgent message from gearbest. So I get back to it. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And it says, dear Mr. Kasem, Ali, open mind, yada yada. Unfortunately, we're not able to use the U.S. line. We can't. They're not willing to ship your packages out. Now, I'm not really sure what U.S. line is for. I'm not sure if it's for bigger packages, smaller packages. I'm not really sure what it's for. They said you have 2 options here. Now, unfortunately, you have 2 options. We can't ship it out. You can either do the slowest shipping, snail mail, or you can overnight it to yourself, do a DHL AT. And I'm like, then I was like, shit, alright, so let me just do the math on that. So I was like, well, how much is that going to be? I just checked, and it's an extra, I think it's extra $50, I'd rather do the express shipping, I'd rather get here faster, and gearbest didn't get back to me for like another day, because you have to answer these messages quick. They give you about, I think, 3 days, and then they cancel the order, or they just switch it to the next shipping thing. They said they were going to switch it to their shipping where they wanted. I was like, fuck that, I have 19 days to wait, so that pissed me off, that I got told late, at 3 days late, that, hey, we're not shipping your package because the shipper decided, fuck no, we're not shipping this package. We can't. Either they couldn't do it, or whether I don't know what the fuck happened. So what I've learned is now to use express shipping no matter what with gearbest. Just give up. Don't use the fucking snail mail. Don't use the U.S. line, because I guess they can't handle it. My Orlando, Florida area. I said, I even wrote that on my Twitter. My buddy was like, thanks for the heads up, because I'm gonna probably order from them too. So I know it's a little more expensive to get an express shipping, but at least it's going to a genuine, shipping company, DHL. DHL's fucking huge. They're like UPS, FedEx. Anyway, so I write them back, like, how much is it going to be, please? Like, this isn't really my problem. Can you guys offer a discount? They get back to me. They're like, hey, unfortunately, we can't offer a discount. It looks like it's going to be this. Can you please let us know what you'd like to do? And I'm like, oh god, not another fucking XYZ printing thing, man. Like, this is really getting bullshit. Like, I kinda getting upset. I was like, what the fuck, guys? You got my money. You already taken my money. You've already accepted it. Now I have to pay more money for my packages. You're holding my fucking packages hostage, my printers hostage. So I was like, god damn it. So I ended up, they're like, no, it's gonna, if you want to do DHL AT, it's gonna cost an extra 30, um, 39, 39.30, on top of what you just paid. Which so now the whole package deal plus what I put on and everything like that, um, came up to $712. Now that's not bad at all. I can't really bitch with that because DaVinci 1.0 is going for $599 or $499 on Amazon or Best Buy or something like that. And I was like, man, that's really, I came in under budget. I was like, I can't really bitch with that, and that's gonna be here within a couple of days. It's still in Hong Kong because they updated the thing. Everything's been shipped out of their facility. It's gotta fly over from DHL. I'm gonna check it tomorrow morning or check it within a week. I should have it here. It's still got to go through customs and shit. That's one thing that they told me in the email. Once we get everything figured out, I did ask them very politely. I was like, hey guys, given this is not my my problem, and you guys kind of fucked up, and can I please get a discount? Can I please get a discount? They're like, hey, we can't give you a discount, and they finally were like, they gave in. They're like, listen, we're so sorry. We really do apologize. And I do gotta get their best. They did do their best to get back to me as quick as they could, but the time difference is so weird. If you're gonna order, just be wary of that, the time difference, and check your timing. So I got an email back from them. I think it was like 11 o'clock our Eastern Standard. I think it was like almost 9 o'clock there, I'm guessing, or like 11 o'clock a.m. there. I keep forgetting, a.m. or p.m. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Anyway, they got back to me. They're like, hey, we're willing to. Can you make a decision? So I did make the decision. They PayPal me the option. So they sent me an invoice. I paid it to the PayPal. Went through immediately, wrote them again, and thanked them. I was like, thanks guys. And they ended up giving me 200 points, which turns out gearbest points was turned into $4. So because of my purchases and blah blah blah, $4 to say where we fucked up. It kind of sucks, but with the purchases that I just made, I ended up getting I think I now have like 700 points, which turns into like $15 gearbest points, which now if I make another order with gearbest now pays for the tracking number. So I'm just like, interesting. Okay, cool, whatever. So now I have I have 799 points from gearbest, which translates to $15. I can spend US. And at gearbest. So, will I continue business with them? Yeah, I will. Their customer service seems to be really decent. It just takes a while for them to get back to you, and I didn't like that it took them a few days to be like, hey, we can't fucking ship this. I wish they called me immediately and was like, hey, no, we can't even offer you this solution. So, I don't know what U.S. priority line does for anything. I don't know U.S. priority. I'm guessing it's just like, maybe it's just like the regular snail mail. But quicker priority. So I guess they only allowed to do like packages, small boxes. I guess they can't do 3D printers or anything kind of drones or cameras or laptops. I guess they can't do anything like that. I guess DHL will have to handle all that. So I learned from now on, if I'm ordering any heavy electronics, new 3D printers from them or whatever, to now use express shipping, DHL. Yeah, it's a little more pricey, but yeah, it should be here a little bit quicker. It's only going to take about 3 to 7 days instead of the standard snail mail. But the priority line, it was the same thing. It was 3 to 7 days. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. DHL, same thing. It was just a little more money getting the tracking number and all that shit. But now that's all been taken care of. It's still sitting. It's still saying it's sitting in China. And that was in the second. So I'm guessing they're loading it on a fucking plane and getting it over here. But gearbest did warn me in the emails that hey, it might take a while because. If custom has to open your package or whatever like that, that's on you, I guess. I'm like, oh shit. So we'll see what happens. I haven't heard anything, so I'm guessing, hoping customs, when they do get my packages, wherever it may land, are not going to give me a hard time and not going to charge me a goddamn thing, because that's going to be another few bucks I don't want to spend. But gearbest so far is looking good as a company. They do talk very well with the consumers. Like I said, it's a big wholesale company in China, and I let gearbest know that. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to keep happiness with you guys. I'm my first time using you guys. Please don't fuck me, in layman's terms, don't fuck me over, because I really been hearing nothing but good things from a lot of YouTubers. But like I said, I think YouTubers were kind of lying on their realities. I think a lot of them were like, hey, I get free 3D printers. And I'm like, nobody's fucking offered me free anything. And I've given, a lot of good feedback to a lot of printing companies, and they brought me back, and it kind of sucks. I guess I don't know. I don't fucking know. So if you're a person trying to get some free product, you can ask, but I don't see it happening. I saw a lot of the. I'm to all YouTubers out there. Fucking stop saying you got it for free. Stop confusing people, because it doesn't seem like you did. You probably either paid for it. And the best thing is, I'm gonna say it. I'm not sponsored in any way by Creality. I'm not sponsored by fucking GearBest or anything like that. I probably will never be. I don't want to be. I don't think so, because I don't know if they're gonna give me anything. Maybe it would be nice to be given a review model, but or a discount. But like I said, that's the headache I had to go through to even get a fucking discount. It took like 4 emails to get a discount, get some fucking points from GearBest to say they were sorry that it's taken this long for the printers. Because I was expecting to have it here before my birthday, which is next week. Next Wednesday is my birthday, February 14th. I'll be 32. It's been crazy. But now that that's all said and done, I'm looking forward. I checked the tracking numbers today with DHL, and it's still in Hong Kong. That was as of the 2nd, and today is the 5th. So, we'll see what happens. Anyway, on with that. That's all said and done. We'll see how the printers print, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm hoping for a good gearbest experience. I'm hoping for things to go well. We'll see what happens. I mean, kind of nervous, but hopefully the new printers will do well. I'm hoping they do the trick. There are some issues that I saw that I'm gonna have to do, upgrade some stuff. Some very minor things. People are like, hey, install this or do this, 3D print some parts for that. But other than that, the printer's supposed to fucking print really good. Heating up the heat bed, not so well. I saw that later on. But I'm like, you know what, I really don't use the heated bed that much. And I think enclosing them really good is going to keep a lot of heat when they're printing, so that should be no problem with ABS, PLA, and stuff like that. Also, I just got done putting the DaVinci 1.0 up online, Craigslist, stuff like that, to get it sold. So hopefully somebody who's in need of the 3D printer can get one, get the repair parts, because I'm looking for it to go to a good home that somebody can actually either repair it themselves, or they have like a farm, or they want to do with it. I'm totally done with XYZ printing, so sadly I'm putting the 3D scanner up with it too. Other than that, it's been a pretty quiet week. I ended up playing some Monster World Hunter. I ended up getting a copy for my birthday, pretty thing. And I'm getting another present for myself just a few hours ago that I'm going to be using for the new podcast. Again, getting a new voice recorder from Zoom. It's going to be the H4n Pro version. So I'm getting a new recorder for the audio, and I can do a lot of reviews. It'll sound better for you guys. But yeah, I played some video game with that. I'm liking it. Definitely give it a shot. I would probably recommend Redboxing it if you don't want to totally buy it. Seems fun. It seems like a game where you could play it by yourself, but it's fun to have a group of friends killing a creature or monster and just learning about it and which ways to kill it. Developing your weapons, learning how to sharpen your knife, stuff like that. Really fun. Really enjoying it. It's been that kind of week. Been working a bit. Mardi Gras has started for work. What else? Ooh, 35 minutes. Holy shit, I fucking rambled on about the Creality. And also, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. Last night was a fucking nail biter. I didn't get home till a little bit late because I had to be to work. Wow, what a fucking Super Bowl. Congrats. I knew Philly, obviously I saw some videos today about them fucking around the city, having a couple friendly riots and throwing some shit around. We all knew that was gonna fucking happen. It happens in every fucking city when Super Bowl team wins, But it's all said and done, and they won. It's kind of good to see the Patriots don't win one. Not a Patriots hater by any means. I'm a huge Giants fan, as you can probably see behind me, the hats and shit like that. I've been a Giants fan since about '96. Huge Tiki Barber fan. When he retired, I ended up getting an autograph from him. I wrote him a letter. They no longer allow you to write them letters, and it doesn't go in your mailbox. This is way before the Giants started updating their shit. So now it's hard to get an autograph from anybody. Anyway, yeah, congrats, holy shit. It was a nail biter because I was like, you know what, I'm not a Patriot hater, but it's like, at the same time, it was like, a fucking again. Let's make a really good Super Bowl. Surprisingly, a really fucking good Super Bowl. Everybody was like, I was talking to was like, wow, I had never been on the edge of my seat so much. People were actually enjoying the game. They were cheering. They were yelling. A lot of my friends that are Patriots fans, uh, some were very sore loser. Others were like, fuck. But come on, guys. If you're a Patriots fan, you get enough fucking rings. You've seen enough rings for a little bit. So it's good to see a franchise that never got one. I checked Alexa, a few 2 weeks ago, and I was like, have the Eagles ever won one? And they're like, no, they've never won actual in the Super Bowl era, which I found out last night. They won prior to the Super Bowl era, but they never actually won one. So it's good to see in their franchise that they actually won one. Being an East Coast Giants fan, it's kind of good to see somebody from the East Coast Division win. I think we have the best rivalry in the NFL, and I love it. And so it's good to see that Philly finally gets to celebrate one and have one. I know Ralph Garman from Hollywood and Babylon and Family Guy and stuff like that. He is a huge Philly boy, so he finally was on Twitter last night. He's like, I never thought. And it's like, yeah, it's good to have that feeling. It's good to see that the team, the city and the people finally get to have one and in their franchise history. That's really cool. So, but the game was not a fucking letdown, man. I was literally on the edge of my seat when I got home, and I literally got to catch the end of the fourth quarter. My stepdad is turning around. He goes, "Holy shit!" He's a Skins fan. He's a Redskins fan, and he turned to me. He went, "Holy shit! This is one of the best Super Bowls I've wanted to watch." He's like, "This is the one what we've been eating as sports fans, And my mom's not really a big sports fan. She likes starting to get into football and starting to understand it, and she goes, man, my heart's never pounded so hard, for a team, to see if they can win it. Patriots, yeah, if they won one again, it would have been like, what the fuck, again, and it's kind of like that, they did it again, like, what should I feel? For Philly, it really felt good because it's a team that really earned it, deserved it, and no fucking, Brady, greatest of all time, that's fucking arguable. Good fucking quarterback history, yeah. I would say greatest of all time, the Patriots, yes. Tom Brady himself, there's many other quarterbacks probably better than him. And Pats fans can tell me to go fuck myself all they want, but my friend's like a huge Pat. He's still the GOAT. Still the GOAT. I'm like, yeah, but he's fucked up too. He's not the only one. He's won 5 rings, but not just him. The team that he's been with has, won the 5. It wasn't just him. There's a lot of fucking players that had to do with that. Saying that they're the greatest of all time, they're like the Yankees. I can't knock them. Like Bill Burr, I'm a huge fan of his podcast and his comedy. He's a huge Patriots fan. And even he said, he goes, man, he said, it's going to suck, the fucking Philly loses, but they're like the Yankees. They know who to buy. They know they're the Yankees of football. They just know who to buy, who to put in the team, that's become the case. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It just becomes played out when you see the fucking team winning. It's like, oh, them again. All right. But this year, it really seemed like a great nail-biting Super Bowl. It was like a fucking slugfest. It was a slugfest. It was really good play calling. It was really good. You didn't know. You were like cheering and yelling and just like, oh my god. I heard the commercials were okay. I got home and everybody was talking about that a lot. But a lot of friends texted me today and we were all talking about it. And they were like, man, that was a really good Super Bowl. And a few of my friends put money on it. My friends that were Packers fans, stuff like that, they put money on the game. So my friend lost $100 because he bet on the Patriots. He was like, fuck. I'm like, well, I was like, it is what it is. Don't bet on a football game. But anyway, congrats to Philly. You've earned it. You deserved it. It should be a good year for you. Giants, didn't do well this year. It happens. But, man, what a great Super Bowl. I got to caught all the highlights. I caught the last 3 minutes of the actual game, watched it live, and, man, I was nail-biting. I was telling my mom some things were like, it's like, 15 seconds left on the clock, and she's like, like me and my stepdad are like humming. We're like, oh my god. Because we were rooting, to be honest, for Philadelphia. But I was rooting for them more because they never got one. I'm an underdog person. Like, if a team's got it, like in the last 2 fucking years, one Super Bowl, it's like, okay, you've done it. You guys have won more than enough fucking Super Bowls. It's time for somebody else to, kind of get that enjoyment. And it was kind of funny when they won. Patriots just fucking sat there and was like, apparently Tom Brady didn't say. Apparently he didn't say good job to what's his face, Foles. He's like, hey, he didn't say. I don't know how true that is. Maybe he did. Maybe he called. I don't fucking know. I'm not gonna believe any of that shit. But yeah, I know how hard it is, and I explained it to my 1 year. I was like, my friend's like, why are the players crying and shit? Just like 2 years ago when the Giants won from the Patriots game, the second Patriots game that they played, and it showed you how many times the fucking Patriots have gone. So I don't know why Patriots fans are bitching and moaning because they have enough fucking rings, enough to be fucking proud of, man. It's like your team's won enough. Relax, you got it. You know what it's like to win. But yeah, man, it's like, well, why is the guy fucking crying? And I'm like, you don't understand what a player goes through. It's like you get up, you have a daily routine when your football season starts. You're training, you're fitnessing, you're getting fucking codes, you're getting playbook, you're learning on the new team and you're playing for the week. You're away from your family, away from your friends, you're away from, your life. You have private things going on in your life, your wife, your kids. Something might be going on you might be dealing with through the season. You don't know. I was like, it's hard. It's like a bodybuilder. Your bodybuilder takes a lot of time out of his day to keep himself in fit and shape and tones himself and keeps his mind right. And it's like a person that runs a business. You love your business so much, you work your ass off to get it running and moving and grooving. And you lead your family, and it's like it's like that. And somebody's like, oh, I never thought of it that way. I'm like, we gotta understand, they earn their fucking paycheck. It's like, yeah, they get that 6 months off, but when it fucking comes down to August, they got to get back at it. That 17-week, life cycle. They're away from their fucking families. I mean, they're a week. There is no weeks. They're earning their $35 million 40-year contracts. They might not play ever again. I mean, that season goes by so fucking quick. They could get injured, beaten up, and then your body only lasts a couple years. So it is what it is. But that's football for you. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a wrap. I'm sorry for rambling, but it was fun. It's fun doing this. I might be doing another one this week, probably on the Zoom once I get it. I'm excited. I wanted to get a new recorder because I'm going to be doing a new podcast with Maurice and Ben, and I wanted to get a good audio quality for you guys. Highly appreciate it, guys. Please, if you guys could, please use my Amazon link. Click on the link below in the podcast, or go on our website, openmindindustries.com. Click on the Amazon thing there. It should bring up some like links there, some like stuff. Click on that, and then it will send you over to Amazon. You don't have to buy what I put there. Just fucking type in whatever you want, as long as it's under my affiliate ID code, which is, you don't have to even worry about it. And then just buy something. Buy what you need if you want to support the podcast. Pardon me in any way. Or please donate $1 to Patreon per month or whatever. I would highly appreciate that. I have so many things I have planned. I've been doing a lot of fucking pro bono things to help people out and being very nice and kind, because I believe this is what open mind should be about. I would like to pay some off my credit card. That would be wonderful. I want to thank you guys so much for an amazing year, start for a new year. I want to wish you guys all the best. If you're doing your own podcast and your own content creation, hit me up. I'd like to support you. Let me know what you guys are doing. Shit. Oh, I don't want to finish up yet. I have another thing I want to talk about. How much time do I have? Oh, 44 minutes. Okay, I do want to get into a topic. I do want to say goodbye, but I do have a topic. And it's an article that kind of popped up to me, and the article was about Bitcoin. And I had a few friends that asked me about Bitcoin, but the article popped up on Twitter, and I ended up following a guy on Twitter. I think it was a 3D Feeds or something like that, and I ended up reading the article, and it talks about copyrights, and copyright creation, stuff like that. How do we track copyright? How do we stop copyright infringement with 3D models, 3D, if it's not your reverse engineering a product, how do we stop that? How do we make sure the makers, developers, designers get paid? And or like, could Bitcoin, in the title of the article was, could Bitcoin essentially solve this issue? Could Bitcoin stop people from reverse engineering and make sure the makers get paid, the engineers get paid? And pretty much the article pertains that Bitcoin has tracking ID numbers, which it does. When you send Bitcoin, has tracking ID numbers, which it tells how many people are using that model, yada yada yada. How many? Well, it would pretty much pertain to how many people have that coin. So it's pretty much kind of like what 3D Hubs does. There's a marker number, Thingiverse does it also, who actually owns the model. Thingiverse is very coy about it too. They're like, you're welcome to use the model, but you need to give, if you fucking, by any means, it says you can't use it, so you can't sell the model in any which way. But what Bitcoin is trying to do, and like what the article stipulated was, hey, we're trying to cut down on 3D scanning technology. And I have a 3D scanner sitting right behind us, and it doesn't really work that well from XYZ printing, which it shoots out an infrared light and then a camera that reads the infrared and dots on the model. Now, I checked out a few companies such as Peel 3D. Peel is a brand new company. The scanner is going for about, I want to say, $5,000, $5,200 or $6,200. I did check them out. They're on Facebook. I haven't heard much from them. They did get back to me about talking. They were very, very, actually a really sweet company. They really got back to me. I said, I wrote kind of something really quick. I said, hey, that's kind of pricey, for the average consumer to afford. Because it's like the newest world, cheapest alternative to getting your model, if you're doing a sculpture or whatever, to bring it into 3D printing, to mass produce it. And I was like, that's not cheap at all. And they're like, well, when you think about it, it is kind of cheaper. And I'm like, no, it's really fucking expensive. Because I checked out a couple like Fast Scan and all that kind of shit, and they're much cheaper. They're about, I want to say like $3,500, and they're faster than I think the Peel is. But that's not to knock on Peel. This is just my opinion, what I saw. But Peel was so nice to get back to me and talk to me and said, we do agree with your statement. You have already said what you said. I said, deliberate pricing for the average consumer maker, what have you. I said, I'm looking into it. I mean, I would love to, know more about it. So they were very kind to get back to me. I haven't got back to them yet. I haven't seen them on really. But they said if I had any questions, to definitely hit them up. So I recommend if you guys want to learn about, 3D scanning, check them out. But the article pertained to that. You have a 3D scanner, at least a decent one from HP or what have you, or, MakerBot or what have you, the replicator. Okay, so you scan a 3D object, or you reverse engineer it. You're stealing that person's model. You're stealing the maker or the company's model. You need to stop doing that. And that's what the article pretty much pertained. It's like, okay, you're putting it online for people to fucking to 3D print and reuse and remix. And I'm like, in my mind, I was like, this is a great article, but at the same time, it's really hard to fucking reverse engineer things. I mean, I have a GoPro case that somebody designed on Thingiverse that fits the GoPro, and I was like, I needed something to do it. And that's just somebody, just said, fuck, I need a case that fits the GoPro. Instead of spending $35, I can have it immediately. And they literally went in and they modeled it. So that's reverse engineering, and then the model maker literally has it, GoPro, blah, blah, blah. And GoPro actually said, go for it, a lot of these companies are like, go for it. If we don't have it, why can't you fucking make it better? And there's a lot of companies out there that are supporting 3D printing and 3D model makers. And the whole thing comes down to, and I wrote in my Twitter feed, is that it all comes down to who's getting paid. And the guy, I had a couple likes to that. It all comes down to, what have you done for me lately? Are you paying the right people? Are you, everyone needs to get paid for the proper work. And Thingiverse and then Shapeways, I dealt with Shapeways, as you guys already know, with Maddie from Shapeways to get the Cyberdyne logo, which is sitting up here above my TV, aka computer monitor. His model, I was able to use it, but I made a deal with him, and I ended up shipping him out two or three of them. The model was $6, or just a keychain was $6, and then it goes to a printing company, and then they print it out, and then I get it. But he's like, oh, you're doing it in the house, so I was like, hey man, understand that I understand model makers, I understand people need to get credit, I understand people need to get paid. I deal with friends like that. So I think with my model making, or my 3D printing, I'm going to be putting that a $5 fee in just so I can pay the model maker, because I believe model makers should be getting a little bit of commission from the model if I'm using it properly. Now that's for my people that commission me to do something. That will be in my invoice with them, and I'll say, hey man, I got to charge you an extra $5 because I'm getting the model from blah, and I want to make sure that they're compensated. And I think it would, in the long run, it would be nice for the model makers. The model maker can make a little bit of funds and keep doing what they're doing. If they're spending 6 to 7 hours, maybe that's a labor of love. And that's kind of what Bitcoin was kind of saying, because it's like, how do we stop reverse engineering? Well, Bitcoin has these tracking numbers. We can track person to person, so they can stop reverse engineering. And I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, this is a cool article, but Bitcoin has been known for hackers and stuff like that. It is trackable, but there's a lot of ways to be untracked with it. and it's insane. But the article was, could Bitcoin be the solution? It was a really good article. It may happen in the future, but when it all comes down to it, for makers and model makers, it's making sure you're giving the person the correct credit, which I highly believe in doing. I mean, I do it with all my models, and when I go on Thingiverse, I follow the code of Thingiverse, which is I read through what the person said. You're not allowed to make money off of it, so please don't. You can allowed to print my model, use my model, but please don't fucking make money off of it. If I catch you fucking doing this, or I catch it anywhere else, if it's on my mini factory or a affiliate, I will have your head, which apparently they can because it's under the code. So don't be rude to the model. Give them, give them, I'm on Instagram or what have you. I give them credit. Yeah, I even made that official. I was making a cookie cutter for my mom for Christmas, and it had the maker's mark on it, which I don't mind that. I even put that on Instagram, but the maker mark was so deep into the model, it was causing me to add infill where I didn't need it. It was taking a lot longer to make the model. And I have a video, I think it's on Instagram, from the DaVinci when DaVinci was functioning, and I kind of trimmed it off with a program called NetFab. And NetFab took it off. I was able to trim into the model and take it out. And I minted it into Maker, and I gave the Maker credit and all that shit like that I gave the code where you can get the model and stuff like that. And I just kind of said to the Maker, I was like, I got likes for the damn comment, was that I will always give credit to the model makers. I'll always do that. And if I could pay them, I would, if I had the money, the funds to do it. If I could keep donating $5 per model, I would do it, especially, because, like I said, it takes 6 to 7 hours, maybe 3 to 4 days more for a model maker in CAD to build a fucking decent model that the community can use, i.e. if you have a 3D printer or you're able to use it. I believe as makers, as builders, if we're using Thingiverse, we should donate a little bit of funds to the makers, especially the CAD designer, because that is that's a goal on its own to learn how to CAD model. At least that well. That takes a lot of time. People as myself, a maker, a designer, an engineer, it takes a lot of time to put some shit together. It takes a lot of time for us to 3D print the model, look at the model carefully. It's not just like we point and click and get it in there. No, we have to look at it carefully and go, shit, okay, the material, what material does this model need? Okay, and then we talk to the maker. We're like, hey, great job, but here's what we're finding the problems. And that's up to us as the makers for our clients, to give them feedback, give them credit. But I believe as makers, we really should give credit to our model makers, because without them, we wouldn't have our GoPro mounts or reverse engineer stuff. But like I said, Bitcoin, the theory with that is, and this is just a theoretical article, it's the best way to track, so we're not reverse engineering, because it stops copyright infringement. And in that sense, yay and nay. Like I said, yay and nay, because it's really hard to reverse engineer things for things. Even with the laser, what it was pretty much pertaining was the 3D scanning technology, and that's not getting any fucking cheaper. Because I've checked out the 3D scanning guns, and they're like $3,200 to $3,600, just those basic versions. Then the heavier, the ones they use for video games, stuff like that, those can go anywhere from $60,000 to $62,000. And I don't know if my home consumer market person can have that. Yeah, you can take a maybe a statue or something like that you own personally and have that 3D scanned, But a lot of companies are now making 3D models in CAD and ZBrush for you to actually pay for the model and then have you 3D print yourself. So there's a lot of things that are going on in the 3D printing community. There's a person that makes statues, and they're like, you can have the model, I'll let you print the model. I mean, you don't own the model, I own the model, but if you want to 3D print it, you're allowed one print of this model. You're allowed to make sure your model actually functions. So if your print doesn't come out well, but you're not able to make, duplicates and sell them, it's a pretty strict thing that they have. I don't remember the site, I didn't check it out. I saw a really cool statue. I was like, but the person wanted, I think it was over $130 for the model. But the model was fucking phenomenal looking. It was great. They recommended it be printed in SLA or DLP printing. So, and that's not cheap by itself. It's resin printing. So you do the math on how much you'd have to spend to get the thing printed. But anyway, I digress. But that's the thing. The article, I really want to talk about that because it was copyright. The article kind of caught me. I was like, how do we stop copyrighted work to be reproduced in 3D? And it's honestly no way. It's just giving like I said, giving your makers and modelers credit where credit is due. But it all comes down to who's getting paid. And I keep thinking about that. Fuck you, pay me. You know, the good fellow. Fuck you, pay me. You know. And I don't think that Bitcoin's the way to go. I think what they're doing now with Thingiverse and stuff like that, you know, you can tip your stuff. I'm on my manufacturer also. You can tip me through PayPal with $1. You know, if you like my work or whatever, if you like what I do. But I believe as makers and designers, we really need to start supporting our communities, respecting the artist's work. You know, at least give them fucking credit. If you don't have the funds to do it, please push their names along. And that's the best thing I can tell you. I mean, if you have the funds to a maker, if you like what a maker's doing, donate $1 to their work. You know, like keep them making, keep them building. Like I said, the article pretty much pertained to that. It pertained to 3D scanning and reverse engineering and you know, we're stealing copyrighted work, and it's like yes and no. And my friend and I printed out the GoPro handle that somebody designed, like literally from scratch. They designed it from scratch through CAD. My friend goes, I can't fucking believe you can engineer something like this, and you're fucking, you know, you're stealing from GoPro. And it's like, you're not really stealing from GoPro because GoPro didn't engineer it. Somebody else fucking engineered a hand grip for the GoPro. So technically you're stealing from the guy who built. You know, he's allowing you to print it, you know, but he wants credit. You know, where credit is fucking due. You know, if you want to donate to his charity on Thingiverse, you can. You know, he's gonna keep making because he likes doing it. So at the same time, you know, like you're wasting material to build the damn product, and it's like, you know, it is what it is. But like in theory, just take care of your clients and just, like I said, donate if you can to the community and show support for the community, because these people out here on Thingiverse, on my Mini Factory, on 3D Hubs, do a lot of fucking great work, and give credit where credit is due. And I really thought the article was interesting. I really thought they're really trying to cut down on copyright infringement, and that's what the article stipulated. But like I said, until 3D scanners get a little bit cheaper, laser scanners get a little bit cheaper, which they're not. They're only getting more and more fucking expensive. But companies like Peel and a few other people are trying to make them reasonably for the maker market and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm probably going to email Peel and see if they'll actually have on the podcast. I talked to Snapmaker about getting a printer from them for my birthday, and unfortunately the printer, when they gave me a quote, was a little bit too high. It was as much as my budget could handle. I'm like, whoa. They're like, we could throw something special in there for you. And tell us about the podcast. So, like I said, you know, give credit where credit is due. Take care of some stuff, and it's been insane. It's been insane with all these new technologies and what people are saying on Twitter and stuff. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with an open mind. You know, I'm gonna sign off here because I've now given you guys about an hour of content. Okay, guys, I'm gonna sign off. Thank you so much. Please use my Amazon link if you can. They sent me a link stating that I need to keep the link going. So if you guys can you pass it along, I'll put it on Facebook, on our Facebook page. Please check that out. Like I said, you don't have to buy what I put on the link. It just drives you to Amazon. It's not costing you a fucking thing. If you want to get some food or anything on Amazon or whatever you might be buying, please just click on it, use it, and it kicks back a few cents my way. It's nothing much, but it will keep Amazon keeping my keeps the Amazon contract open, because I got to reapply after that again, recertify, and then it's fucking bleh. Anyway, that's how that goes. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for listening. I hope this was entertaining. Let me know what you think about the Bitcoin thing. That's a theory for you, or you know, let me know what you think for a future podcast episode. You guys can email us at openmindindustries.com. Email us at openmindindustries@gmail.com. Check out our Instagram page at openmindindustries. All the links are down below to the video podcast. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Have an awesome week. Keep an open mind.